Hey folks, today was the second full day of the 2025 Tri-State Antique Gas Engine and Tractor Association Show, also known as the Portland Tractor Engine Show. And before I show you any of the happening today, I'll just go ahead and say it was not a great day. I didn't get around very much. We had to call the paramedics for old man Lee. His heart problem was getting to him, and he refused to go to the hospital. Okay, that's his own decision, but after that I didn't leave his side until he was on his way home. So I did get a little bit done. We got around to see some tractors. I got pretty excited. I did find something else over in the East End that I just couldn't live without, and you'll have to watch to see what that was. But here was my day, what I made of my day out here at the Tractor and Engine Show. Take a look at a couple of these Farmalls for a minute. One of these two right here we saw unload. I think it was this one we saw unload on Sunday. Old Farmall regular on steel wheels. It says Farmall regular 1926 on steel wheels, remembering Dave Hudson, Brian and Cheryl Jennings of Farmland, Indiana. Yeah, this is one we saw drive off on Sunday. And over here we got an old F12 on steel. This is the Kerosene Special. 1936 Kerosene Special. A brass carburetor. It was the last year they were painted all gray. Owner Jed Williamson of Dunkirk, Indiana. Kerosene Special. Look at some more tractors over here. My timing hasn't been right to catch any demonstrations yet this weekend, but we still got some time. I'll catch them. Oliver Rowcrop 66. They're now covered in dust because they're right beside the gravel road. It's a 1950 Oliver 66 owned by Paul and Catherine Osborne and family. In Portland, Indiana. There's another one. It's a 1951 Oliver 77. Same family, the Osborne, in Portland, Indiana. And there's not a plaque on this side, but it's a pretty good chance this is going to be the same family. This is a Rowcrop 88. Yep, it's 1950 Oliver 88. Paul, Catherine Osborne and family, Portland, Indiana. A little bit newer than that, we got an Oliver 880. $1960 880 in memory of Melvin Osborne. Same family still, Paul, Catherine Osborne and family, Portland, Indiana. Oliver 880. Another Oliver, we got a 550 with a loader on it. Nice skinny loader. That'd be great for cleaning out horse stalls and stuff. And the tag says it's a 1965 Oliver 550. Same family as the other Olivers. Here we got a Massey Ferguson 35 Deluxe diesel. That's a pretty tractor. 1961 Massey Ferguson 35 diesel. Jerry and Joyce Sow, Hamilton, Michigan. Say not all of them are marked, but you'll find tractors from almost every state, or at least displays. Tractors, engines, and other static displays from almost every state of this country. Here's a Super M. It's a 1952 Super M owned by Dorrance and Dorothy Stinson of Bluffton, Indiana. There's a big boy tractor, Massey Ferguson 1100. One of the guys in the White River Club has an 1100. That's a little more loved than this one. This one looks like it was built just for show. Man, that's a big tractor. Ford 961 Power Master. Got a wide front end. 1958. Owned by Mike and Karen Todd of Ossian, Indiana. And this tractor we're looking at is a 2025 Steiner Tractor Photo Winner. Might see that in one of Steiner's catalogs then. Here we get a Super H. Wide front on the Super H, so you can see the name here. Randy Hardman, 1953. There's a 1945 H owned by Kent McBarnes of Decatur, Indiana. Yeah, it's not my place to say anything, but if I were to go back and watch all this week's videos and count the number of times I see someone else put their hands on a tractor that isn't theirs, I'd probably go crazy. Here we got a Farmal Cub with what looks to be a 4-row planter on it. It's an interesting setup. It says it's a 1951 Farwell Cub with vegetable planter. Kevin and Ellen Paul of New Knoxville, Ohio. Come around the back side of this one. Next we got another yellow Cub. You know I like these yellow Cubs. 1973, owned by Glenn Kennedy of Pomeroy, Ohio. Another Cub is a 1948, owned by John and Carolyn Patch of Geneva, Indiana. I really like the black front grille on this too. Here we got a nice restored H. See if we got a plaque on it here. It's 1950. John and Carolyn Patch of Geneva, Indiana. Another Oliver Rowcrop 66 in the line. Massey Harris 22. There we got another big boy. A white 2255 with what looks like, and we'll know for sure here in a second, looks like it's got a V8 engine on it. Caterpillar engine, four cylinders on this side. Yep, that's got a V8 engine in it. It's a white 2255. That's a big tractor. Certificate of ownership is what this says. Larry and Daphne Dickey. Produced February 4th of 1974. Shipped to Regina, Saskatchewan. So this one's coming out of Canada. Yep, White Motor Corporation of Canada Limited is what it says. Yeah, I gotta get several steps back to get that whole thing in the frame. It's about the size of a 1466 Farmall. It's a 1937 Oliver Hart Par 70. Owned by Matt Kitchen of Troy, Ohio. Here's a pretty one, a 560 diesel. You see the two 560 diesels in our lineup. This is what they should look like, but we use ours in the field. They're never this clean and never this shiny. 1962 560 diesel. Tom and Kathy Levering of Piqua, Ohio. This one's got a wide front on it. But put a lot of time and money into this one. Looks like it come right out of the factory. And coming on down the line, we got a board here for this tractor. It's a 1950 Brockway Tractor. Less than 500 built and 10 years of production. So that'd be a pretty rare one. It's owned by the McLaughlin family of Portland, Indiana. Ford 901 Selecto Speed. Looks like it's got power steering too. 1956 Ford 971. Did I read it wrong first time? No, they either got the wrong hood on it or the wrong plaque on it. Plaque says 1956 Ford 971. The McLaughlin family of Portland, Indiana. But the hood says 901. Here's another Ford, a 960. Ford 960, the same McLaughlin family, Portland, Indiana. Interesting little transport here. Farmal Super MTA. It's a show favorite. 1954 MTA. Same family, McLaughlin family of Portland. Here we have a 1975 Ford 7000. Owned by Greg and Bessie Hummel of Portland, Indiana. We saw some of Greg's tractors up in the John Deere area. Greg's the one that passed away. He owned several tractors, and I didn't know him, but Lloyd and David did. A lot of his tractors will be here, and a lot of them will have dual wheels, but this one looks like it was more used and well loved than showed. 1975 Ford 7000. And 1973 Ford 5000. This was also one of Greg Hummel's tractors, owned by Greg and Bessie Hummel of Portland, Indiana. It's 5,000s and 7,000s. Those are big tractors as well. Another one of Greg's tractors. It's a 1954 Ford Model 640. I don't know if you can see the haze, but I wish you could smell it. The steam engine that's working right now is burning coal. And I don't know. When I'm at shows like this, I like the smell of that burning coal. But again, 1954 Ford 640. It's got the dual wheels that he put on many of his tractors. Here's another pretty one and a big one. It's a 1256. 1968 1256D Turbo International Farmall. It's another one of Greg's tractors, owned by Greg and Bessie Hummel of Portland, Indiana, in memory of Arlo Kaufman of Portland, Indiana, and Michael Kaufman of Union City, Indiana. Sorry that Michael Kaufman threw me off a minute. I know I've got a good friend who's a farmer. His name Michael Kaufman, but spelled different. That is a big, pretty tractor. If I had the choice of all the big tractors we've seen so far, it would obviously be a 1256. But I don't have the land or need to justify one. And here we got a little miniature International Farmall 1256. Got a bench here in memory of Millard Smoke Lee. Got the International logo on it. And this is one of my favorite of Greg's tractors. It has been for many years. You'll hear me talk about it every year, every time I film at the show. Not every day, but every time I'm at the show. This was Greg's Farmall A that he put dual wheels on. It's 1946A, owned by Greg and Bessie, restored in memory of Arthur Sexton of Flemingsburg, Kentucky, painted by Dennis Roush of Bluffton, Indiana. Yeah, this tractor has for many years made me want to put dual wheels on my A. I like the way it looks, but then I wouldn't be able to get any implements wide enough for it. Mine also needs that switch box. Farmall 560 diesel. That's another pretty one. This one is owned by Mick and Liz Whitel of Union City, Ohio. Oh, I know Mick Whitel. I spent a lot of time growing up in Union City, Indiana, but it was right on the Indiana and Ohio line. So you had the Indiana side of town, the Ohio side of town. Actually, I bought a truck from Mick once. 560 diesel. Another pretty one. But then we swing around, next thing we come to is our tractors that aren't so pretty. But you know what? They don't have to be. Since we got all the family tractors here now, I think, take a swing through these. Now this one is Robbie Howell's Farmal M wide front, 1949. Robbie's not family. He's my father-in-law's neighbor, but they've been neighbors for 30 some years. He's the guy we watched unload this next tractor. Oh, we didn't see him unload it. We saw him pull it in. This next tractor, this is Robbie Howell's 560 diesel. It's a 1960 Farmal 560 diesel. Next one is owned by another family friend, Ralph Gingrich. That's his 1961 460. I kind of want a 460 utility. I wouldn't need the 460 Farmall, but the International 460 utility, same size, sits lower, still has the wide front. I kind of wanted one for a while, but now I kind of want a 444 instead. Here's Lloyd's big one, 656 diesel, my father-in-law's. This is the one, if you watched last year's show footage, we had to take the planter off of this before we could bring it to the show. All the tractors in our family are well used. They don't just sit in the barn. This is a Super C. Our Uncle Jeff brought in last night. It's another one that was built and restored by Melinda's grandpa. I don't know the year of the Super C. He came in just after dark last night. I was going to leave the show a little early, and I ended up getting home awful late because of this tractor. That's the family Super C. Here's Lloyd's 560. He drove this one in before I ever got here. I think he brought it in Saturday, where I didn't get here till Sunday. Drove it from his place, about 15 miles away. Maybe not that far. This is the H. Hey, David. Uncle David's talking. I was going to ask him what year this H is. Something interesting about this H, right here, the hydraulic pump burned up in it, the belly pump, and he put a hydraulic pump from an International Combine on there, so he could still have hydraulics on the H. And this tractor should be familiar if you watch my videos. That's my 1947 Farmall A. We learned something interesting about my A this week. We looked at the serial numbers just to be sure and check the year on it. It is a 1947, and 1947 was the last year that they made the A, and my tractor is just about 600 numbers from the very last A they ever made. So this tractor was made, at the very least, the last month they ever made Farmal A's before they switched to the Super A. Here's the Super A. This one's David's. As he's the caretaker and steward of it for now. This is the Cub. I believe the Cub was, it's a 46. I think this is a 46 Cub. This was Melinda's grandfather, well, it was her grandpa's, but it was her grandma's tractor. Her grandma drove it. And this is the old Liars Club. Are you sleeping?
I'd look at the Liars Club.
It's right here. Hey, what year is that H?
47.
47? Okay. I didn't know. I was showing off your little combine hydraulic pump job, but I didn't know what year the tractor was. 47. Cool. Yeah, tell me what you think this thing is. There's no numbers on the side. There's no plate on it. I mean, I suppose it could just be a taller 504. Because everything about it looks like the 504. It's just, it's a little bigger.
Well, I think it's got thick tires on it. It's got 38-inch rubber on the back.
Yeah. I suppose if we could find the serial number and run the serial number in a database, that'd tell us what it is. Well, not necessarily. 'Cause some internationals, different models will have same serial numbers. But the data plate would have been just not too far from where you're looking. You can see the 4 rivets up in here, but the plate's gone. Is that a 4-cylinder diesel? For sure, yeah. Yeah, I thought I was right when you asked me about that. It's 4-cylinder diesel. Oh yeah, somebody's done a cop job of welding that. What do you think that is?
That would almost have to be like 340.
That's not a 340.
Because it's a high utility.
Yeah.
3 something. Because it's the same air as the 560.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
'Cause of this.
I mean, you can go compare it to that 540 that's sitting over there. Everything's the same except this is almost about 9 inches higher. The hood is about 9 inches higher than that 540 over there. Maybe, well, they didn't make, I was going to say maybe it's a Rowcrop 540 with a loader on it, but they didn't make a Rowcrop 540.
504.
Or 504, that's what I mean.
They made a Farmal.
Did they make a Farmall? Well, this
Well,
one's got international thing on it. Yeah, we can go look at that 540. Not 540, 504. I keep saying the wrong number, dang it.
Yep. You got the 38 inch. See, that usually put those tires on it.
Yeah.
That one is like this, set up like this.
Okay, so it's just,
It's a 504.
it's a 504.
Same thing.
But it's not as high as this one. That's what, it's just somewhere in between.
Yeah.
So you think it's 504?
Yep.
504 high utility. Okay. I'll believe you. I'll take that Super A. I don't care about the rest of them, but it's just, for me, especially here at the shows, so many people stop to look at that A and that Super A. They need to stay together at the show. But yeah, you ever decide to get out of it or come off of it, let me know.
All right.
I'll buy it from you. I'll buy it from you. Or I'll just take it. I know how to start it.
Yeah, it's tough to start.
One of these days it'll just be gone.
Then I have to say my insurance ain't good, right?
Yeah. I'll hide it for about 15 years till you're old enough you forgot about it.
Yeah.
That's why I keep telling Jeff about that C. Like, just, you've had it so long, just call it yours. You don't know what happened to Eric's C. That one's yours.
He lost it somewhere.
Good God, he's had it 16 years anyway, ain't he? Yeah, I was gonna come tease Hope for a minute, but she's not up there. See what they got. Nope, not really anything I can't live without. Just looking around, more east side sales at the moment. We're doing a sawmill demonstration behind this. I'll try to catch the beginning of another one here today. Not really seeing anything I don't want to live without. Oh, I see something over there though. I see something over there I might not want to live without. Kind of sort of looks like it. Fast hitch disc. Let me, 1-point fast hitch disc on this trailer. Might be a crapshoot, but I'm gonna measure it. Back end of my A is 53 inches. And this is 60.
How you doing?
How we doing this morning?
Good.
Look good on home with you.
Yeah.
That one's for a Lowboy.
Well, I've got an A with a 1-point fast hitch, and I'm 53 inches wide at the tires, and this is 60 inches.
Well, there's one out here too. It should be about the same. This is for a regular Cub fast hitch out here.
Yeah, that one's more narrow, I think. Yeah, that one's got 8 discs. This one's got 10. That one's more for a Cub. That won't be wide enough for my A. This one will. I think. I mean, I can go look at that. Yeah, I glanced at it when I walked up here. I saw it sitting there. That's only got 8. This has got 10. Big question is
450.
450. You solid on that?
Depends on how crazy you want to get.
I don't know. Somebody marked out the 350.
That was before I found it was for a Lowboy.
I'd go in the middle of that and give you 400 cash right now. Now the question is how to get it out of here, but
Well, we got a guy over here with a skid steer.
okay. Well, I've got a Kubota back there with a bucket. I mean, if he could get it out here, I
can move this truck. If you got
Or
a
he
bucket,
could-
we can get it out of here.
Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, it's hard to get stuff for that A with a 1-point fast hitch. And I walk through all these tractors every year, and I'm pretty much the only tractor here with a 1-point Farmal hitch. For A size, there's a few Cubs you find, but and you just don't come across them very often. 300.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, sir.
I'm sitting in the back corner where our tractors are. I can come around here in a few minutes with that Kubota. I can pick up about 600 pounds with my bucket. It's a small
I think
Kubota.
you'd be,
That should be
I
okay.
think you should be fine.
Yeah, I can probably get it out of there.
You got a little chain or something? Or you want to
Crap.
try to put it in the bucket?
Crap, my chains are in the truck up at the green building.
I might have a...
my bucket's only 4 foot wide. I'd have to chain it to the bucket and flip it up.
We could probably get a turn and then you come right up here and
Okay.
we'll figure out something.
Okay. I mean, you know, we got the rest of the day as long as you don't sell it again.
no,
I can go grab my chains that I got up. I know. I trust you. Yeah, I can go grab my chains I got up at the green building and get my Kubota.
Okay.
And
Yeah, we'll just move this truck out of the way. You can pull right in here and grab it.
yeah. Might be a little bit, but I'll come back and get
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's awesome. I've been walking around saying I don't see nothing that catches my eye. I don't see nothing that catches my. Oh, I just saw something. Yeah, that's. I'm happy about that.
Thank you.
I'll let you know when we get back up here. Thank you. That was cool. I just got a cultivator for her disc for my A. But now I've got work to do. See if David will take me up and get my chains. I'd say that in itself is a pretty good reason to keep putting this Kubota in the show every year. Not that I plan on buying stuff all the time, but buy something heavy, I don't have to hire somebody to get it for me. We'll make this disc into a later project once I get that A running real good. Yeah, I'm happy I found that. Alright, we're gonna walk another line of tractors here. And then I really am going to catch some demonstrations at some point at this show. Got a Case SC, 1954 Case SC, owned by Dustin King. Got some interesting weights on the front. Here's another Farmall 560. It's got a bit of a different air cleaner on top of it. Let's see if it says anything up here. 1959 560 Farmall, Justin Nidblusky with 5.9 Cummins conversion done by Justin Nidblusky. Farmall 560 with a 5.9 Cummins in it. Here's a little Cub Cadet 127 with a Danco loader on it. When I was more into my Cubs, my Cub Cadets, I always wanted to get one with a loader and I never did. Also owned by the same Justin Nidblusky. Danco loader and added power steering. Let's come down here and look at his power steering setup. There we go. That's the way to do it when you got a loader. Hard to turn those tires if you don't. Got an Oliver Rowcrop 66. Max Chenoweth family, 1949 Oliver 66 Rowcrop. Purchased in 1951 by James Harvey Chenoweth and restored by Max Chenoweth. It's one of those family heirloom tractors. Gotta love those. That's what we have. Anyway, anytime the next generation takes care of it, and then the next and the next. Alice Chalmers, CA. There's an Alice Chalmers C. Got another Alice Chalmers C. No names or years on this line of tractors, I guess. Alice Chalmers B. A wide front end on this one. Alice Chalmers WD-45. This is another popular show tractor. You'll see a lot of the WDs. This one's got a wide front end. There's another WD. Narrow front end. Bit smaller tires back there too. Owned by Boston Lions of Portland, Indiana. We'll probably look at this again when we go down this other row, but we got a it's a baler of some sort. Here we go, 1951 Alice Chalmers Roto Baler, owned by Stewart Farm of Portland, Indiana. And here we got a Alice Chalmers 4-bottom plow. And then we got a combine. It's a 1956 Alice Chalmers all-crop harvester, big bin model, owned by Stewart Farms of Portland, Indiana. We'll catch some more of their tractors when we go down that other line. So all these implements happen to be on this side. If I can back up here without getting run over. It's their all-crop harvester. And back to the tractors, we got another WD. Mike Baker. 1951 Alice Chalmers WD with international harvester weights on the front. I won't tell nobody except everybody that watches. There's another WD-45. It has Alice Chalmers weights. It's got a plow on the back. Let's take a look at its plow. 2-bottom. Looks like a 2x12, maybe 2 12-inch plows. Another WD-45 here. This one, Travis and Nikki Richards family, in memory of Grandpa Robert C. Robert C. Bob Murray, in memory of their grandfather here. There we got a Farmall 460. The Jerry and Donna Richards family. We got a Massey Harris 44. That kind of looks like a propane tank. Yep. No. 1949, 44 LP gas, Massey Harris, Terry Richards family of Portland, Indiana. This one says Long Manufacturing Company of Tarboro, North Carolina, USA. It's a Long Model A. It's a kind of an obscure one you don't see. Here we've got an Alice Chalmers B. This is Alice Chalmers B, 1945. I'm gonna have to get up in here. Owned by Bob and Priscilla Heimbecker, Trufant. That B. 1929 Ford, made into a tractor. I'm pretty sure that's not a Ford tractor. Yeah. Well, it says here 1928. Okay. 1928 Ford Doodlebug. That's kind of neat. Farmal Super MTA diesel. It's a 1954 Farmal Super MTA diesel owned by Chris and Emma Gatchell of Decatur, Indiana. Now here's an interesting one. This is one I was telling David I saw come in on a trailer last night. This is a Farmall BN. It's a forklift. They turn the tractor around. Got the engine in the back. I've seen a few of these that were painted green and owned by the Air Force too. But you don't see that many of them out there. It's a Farmall B or BN. He's got a thing up here. Let me see what it says. 1947 BN John's Lift from Anderson, Indiana. It says John Lift conversion was in 1980. So this one's a conversion. Looks good though. Really looks good. I like that. Don't know what I'd do with a forklift at my place, but you know, other than play with it. I'll have to remember that and let David know that's not a factory forklift though. And then right beside it, we've got a Farmall BN. This is what the BN would have looked like before the conversion. The B is just like the A, except the motor is centered on the tractor, unlike the A. The motor is centered and the seat is offset. On the A, the motor is offset and the seat is pretty close to the center. But otherwise, other than that, they are the same tractor. Farmall BN, Chris and Emma Gatchell. The bees are good if you want a place to put a buddy seat. You can put a buddy seat here and let the kids ride along while they're learning. Next up, we have a 1948 Farmal Cub owned by Callie Gatchell of Decatur, Indiana. Coming on down the line, another Super MTA diesel. So you'll see there weren't a whole lot of these made, but you will see a lot of them at the shows nowadays. It's a 1954, owned by Dave and Lynn Kraft of St. Mary's, Ohio. Here we got a Massey Harris 20. Owned by Dave and Lynn Kraft of St. Mary's, Ohio. Alice Chalmers WC. It's a 1947, owned by the same couple, Dave and Lynn Kraft of St. Mary's, Ohio. They've got a nice mixed collection here. Case 430. We haven't come across a whole lot of cases yet in the videos of this show. Case 430, 1963. Greg and Lynette Guilford of Ney, Ohio. All right, we're gonna head back up to the green building a little bit, and I'll see what else I can catch later today. Well, there you have it, folks. Second day of the tractor engine shows in the books. We've got 2 full days left. I'll try to get as much done as I can, get around to as many events and demonstrations as I can the next couple days, but just be understanding if I can't. If and when you pray, make sure you pray for Old Man Lee. I didn't show any of that in the video, and that's just something I wasn't willing to put on, but just keep him in your thoughts and prayers. And until tomorrow, just keep on nourishing your dreams, cultivating your passions, embracing the beauty of God's creation. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day, and we'll see you then.